Hello everybody, it's vanburman here. Welcome to today's video. I guess this is probably what I would class as a pure vlog, for the simple fact that I'm not going to be talking about games or RPGs, I don't think. Although, knowing me, I probably will at some point. But I guess the thing I want to say today is that I have decided at least, that I'm going to learn how to drive. I know. A guy of 23 like me has not learned how to drive yet. I was given the opportunity when I turned 18. My grandparents gave me the opportunity, at least anyway, if I wanted to do it. I didn't, so I can't remember what I did instead. Nothing, to be honest. While I was at university, I had a scooter and it broke. Didn't last that long at all. And then when I moved back here, I got another one. And so I've been on that ever since. Now, I guess the reasons for me wanting to drive are I can go and do more stuff with a car, as in I actually have some way to lug things around rather than on a scooter, which I'm extremely limited on space. It is also faster transportation than a scooter. I'm not really on about the speed limit side of things because, you know, the Vespa can go 62. So, you know, that's over the speed limit of whatever roads I could go on. Actually, I'm not sure. I think there might be a few A roads that are 70. But nevertheless, that's not really the point. You know, the car can obviously go on the motorway as well. And it basically just means I can go and do some of the exploring around the UK that I have wanted to go and do for years, but not had the ability to do that. I've done I've gone about as far in a trip as I'm probably willing to do on the scooter. I suppose my longest trip was up to Manchester, and I'm not really think I would be happy with going further than that on the scooter. So much so that I even gave it a rest on the way up in Buxton, so just to let it cool down and also give me the chance as well to get a break from being on the scooter for that long. It's not the most comfiest of vehicles, and obviously you are fairly susceptible to the elements as well, which you're not quite as much in a car as you're on a scooter. Now the thing is, I'm not sure when I'll be driving. I know I'm definitely going to be learning to drive after the new year, so you'll probably hear me complain about that, I should have thought, when I'm no good at it. But yeah, I don't know when I will get a car, and it's going to be really painful because I do really enjoy having the Vespa. I do really like going on it. One of the issues is the wind. It was amazingly windy yesterday and the scooter was going everywhere, trying to veer off into, well, wherever it could, to be honest. I'm spending half my time fighting with it, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, in a little car when it is really windy, I'm sure you'll get similar sort of things, to be honest, because it's quite a big mast there, lightish mast there, and strong winds. So yeah, but you know, not as much. You've got 4 wheels rather than 2, which is always helpful, and you know, gives you obviously a bit more safety, I suppose. Well, yeah, a lot more safety than a scooter. You've just got to be a bit more aware, I think, in a car than on a scooter, because there are many advantages with especially when you've got cars sort of parked on the side of the road. If you're in a scooter, you don't really have to wait for other cars to go past necessarily, unless it's a big ass lorry. But no, generally it's fine. The only thing is, obviously, if I did get a car, I would have to get rid of the scooter, and I don't want to. And I do enjoy going on it, and I enjoy using it as my mode of transportation, to be honest. It's almost a sort of, weirdly enough, a little bit of my personality, I guess, having a beat up old Vespa that is still going and has X amount of issues with it, but not anything that would mean it wouldn't pass its MOT or anything like that. Just the fact that I've got a really slow puncture in both tyres, so I have to check the tyre pressure every week and put a couple of pumps in it to get it back up. And my back box lock is going on it, which is really annoying, considering I store my helmet in there. Not such a big deal when I'm at work because, you know, it's got camera. The whole car park has got cameras and stuff, so no one's gonna steal anything. You know, it's all fine and dandy there. It's just obviously when I leave it anywhere else, that if it doesn't lock and it's being really a pain in the bum, then it could be an issue. Anyway, I don't really know why I've gone on about my back box for so long. There you go. Just thought I'd share that with you. Hopefully, you know, I will be learning to drive, and I would know what car I would want to get should it come to it. I'd really like to get a Fiat Panda. I suppose I should tell you the story of my dream, at least, was to get a Fiat Panda, a white one, have a little bit of custom artwork done, not a huge amount, just basically some black spots in certain areas, make it look a little bit more like a Panda, and I wanted to have a mini fridge in the back seat and have a couple of Panda Pops in there. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but they don't actually make Panda Pops anymore. Not in the sense of how I used to have them when I was younger and how you guys will remember them. They're actually just some sort of spring mineral water squash juicy type thing rather than the fizzy pop that it used to be. And I think they stopped doing it, I think I read somewhere it's about 4 or 5 years ago now. Might be longer because I probably read it last year, but nevertheless it's been quite a while. So even if you were to stumble upon a crate of Panda Pops from years gone by, they're probably not in the best condition now. And I think that's a shame because, you know, as far as the really cheap fizzy drink pop stuff went, you know, Panda Pops was like the top of that cheap scale. So, you know, no one's really filled it. It's just all rubbish and Tesco and Asda own brand stuff, which is a shame. So my dream will not become a reality, and I probably won't get the custom artwork done. But I do still, I think that I want to get a Fiat Panda. I think they're a decent car, and it's probably going to be about one of the cheapest things for me to try and get insurance on, which is going to absolutely destroy my earnings. But there you go. That's the price we paid to try and get a car, I suppose. Anyway, I have to learn first, so I'll still be on my scooter for a long while, I should have thought. And that doesn't upset me at all. I just feel it's time for me to learn to drive. And this has been far too long a video to explain that. I have decided to film this in 1080p, as I do have a 1080p camera. I don't like it as much because the file size is absolutely massive in comparison to 720p. You wouldn't think it'd make that much of a difference, but it really does. And I personally don't see a massive increase in the quality of the video you guys are going to watch, seeing as you're just going to sit here and watch my face and listen to me talk. So maybe for games and stuff it might be better, but then it would just be horrendous. If I tried filming Dragon Age in 1080p, I would have massive video files. So that's why I don't. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video. It's the first time I've really just gone on about life stuff, I suppose. So if it is something that you like, I might do them as and when they, well, topics crop up, I suppose. So there you have it guys. Thank you for watching, and well, we'll see you before Christmas, but Merry Christmas everybody.